Hello everybody, how are we doing today? So the question is, are we alone in this vast cosmos or the universe? That's a very powerful question, because now we're living in some truly powerful times. You know, if you haven't been aware, you have all these things that science may be finding difficult to explain, such as we have UFOs, UAPs, extraterrestrial, aliens. Is any of this true? Is there a basis for all this? Are we truly alone? Are there other dimensional beings? If they are, how does it work? What are they? What do they want? What are they here for? Are we related to them? Are we part of it? What's going on in this whole universe? What am I? Where did I come from? Who is God? Is God part of this? Da da da. Is the Bible related? What is the Bible? Where did the Bible come from? All these questions, right? Well, I'm going to answer them for you right now. All those questions I just said, I'm going to answer them for you right now. I'm going to show you how everything ties in and how the universe works. And it's going to be even more fascinating than you maybe even aware of. So are you ready? Let's get into it. First question, are we alone? Nope. Matter of fact, these beings, or what we call extraterrestrials, they have been here thousands of years ago. Matter of fact, in the Bible, the book of Enoch, Ezekiel, a lot of these descriptions of a chariot of fire, they describe these beings. Actually, we go way back 13th century in the Roman times, when they used to see these things, and they used to call them flying shields. Human cave paintings showed these creatures. So what's going on now? What are they, and why are they here? Well, first of all, let me show you how it works. Not only are there extraterrestrial intelligent beings from what we call other dimensions or other civilizations, but there's also an extraterrestrial version of you and I existing in multiple universes simultaneously at the same time. And this is in accordance with the laws of quantum physics and string theory. So there are actually equations that are showing how particles and the smallest thing that makes up, how they interact with different space-time. I'm gonna make it all make sense for you, so bear with me. So here we go. Let me show you what you need to know about all this stuff. Right. So these beings, they've been observing us for who knows how long. Maybe we are part of them. Maybe they interact with our genetics. It's an evolutionary period we're living in. So let me show you how it works. So when these beings, they're here, the best way to explain it to you is this. So Mark, if they're here, why have they contacted us? Why are they hiding, or what's going on? Well, it's like this. When you go to the zoo, do you talk to the animals? Of course not, because the animals are below your level of consciousness or intelligence. Same thing with these beings when they look at human beings. You have to remember, the universe is billions of years old. There's certain solar system or certain planets that are 1 billion years developed than the Earth. We're new. There's older planets. If these older planets are out there, it makes sense to say, or to differ, that these older planets developed an evolutionary period like we did. So they have other civilizations. So imagine someone that's 1 billion years ahead of you. You cannot imagine that. But now let's talk about the intelligence. We wouldn't even know what intelligence is. So when these beings are here, that's what they're doing to us, just like we do to animals. When we go in the wild, we put animals, we observe them. We don't mess with this natural habitat. We watch them, right? Same thing they're doing to us. So they're so highly intelligent, they're beyond us, that to us, we're just zoo. We're like animals to them. And that's why they haven't come say, hey guys, I'm here, because they're observing just like we do animals. And the thing about human beings is we have an ego. So humans, we have this nature to say that, oh man, you know, we're the only ones in the universe. So we have this stigma that we're the smart beings. We're actually not, guys. There's so much out there that's beyond your comprehension and my comprehension. The good thing we have going for us is that with these beings, we're all connected, because we have one level of consciousness that streams everything. Okay? Next fact about these beings. They are able to communicate with telepathy. another advanced method of communication. We haven't got there yet. It'll be about 3,000 years in human evolution before we start using telepathy. You can use telepathy right now. The programs in your brain is set up, but you have to deliberately put it in. But these beings are so advanced that they communicate through the mind. They can talk to you through your mind. You know, a lot of individuals too, you know, when they channel information or when they get insight, this is most likely where they're getting it from these highly intelligent beings. Some of it we can refer to them as angels, spirit guides, right? But the fact is they're from another dimension, and they're imparting information to us to help us in this, what we call illusionary reality. So that's the thing about these intelligent beings. The next thing we want to know about these intelligent beings is the technology. So if you're aware, you've probably been seeing the news now, right? They have this disclosure that's due on June 1st about the government now admitting that, yeah, these vehicles or these aerial things, we can't identify them. We don't know what they are. So, and then we see how these vehicles or these aerial crafts, right, how they seem to defy our laws of physics, how they can go tremendous speeds without breaking the sound barrier, right? How they can go up and then down into the water without missing a beat. So what's happening here? Are they breaking our sound barrier? Are they defying our natural laws of physics? Well, let me show you what's going on here. They're actually not here. Let me show you what I mean by that. See, these beings, they are interdimensional beings, most likely from the 5th dimension. So according to string theory, in the 5th dimension is where we have parallel worlds that exist simultaneously. Or it could be the 9th dimension. In the 9th dimension is where all civilization can exist in the same space and same time simultaneously. Now a dimension, the dimension they inhabit, may be what we call a compactified dimension, where it curls in on itself. So basically, in layman terms, here's what's happening. We live in a 3 dimension. So if we see someone on a 2 dimension, we can go into their dimension because we live in 3. We can see the whole space. Point. In a person in a 2 dimension, when they see us in a 3D person coming in, it will look like they pop in like magic because we're going into their dimension. Same thing with these beings. What happens is they come into our dimension. So the reason they're able to defy what looks like they're defying our laws of physics is because they're in their own space and they're not interacting with our dimension. They're just in the space observing. So to us, it looks like, whoa, they're breaking our laws. This is why you have these pilots, when they see these UFOs or these UAPs, and they say, man, these things come in and then they disappear. That's because they come in and out of dimension. To you and I, it looked like they disappear. See, that's something we may not understand, but they're definitely higher dimensions. So this is why they're able to do all these, what we call technological feats, because they're popping in and out of dimension. Now imagine that, beings that can do interdimensional travel. How advanced is that? We wouldn't even know what intelligence means. So to us, we're just like this on a totem pole. And that's why they're here. So, okay, so what's the next purpose they're here? Here's why they're here. Think about this. When you have beings that are highly evolved, you know what happens? They have no violence. They have no hate because they're in a pure consciousness. They've evolved so much that they're beyond fighting. They're beyond racial profile, racial justice, black, white. All that doesn't matter now because they have ascended to a higher dimension. And they're here to instruct and watch to make sure that we evolve the same way. See, right now, we're just basically smart apes. We have a lot of testosterone. We're fighting, we're pulling for power. We have nuclear weapons aimed at each other. So these beings, they are here to watch. You know, there's even been reports that these crafts have been seen. They actually shut down the nuclear weapons. We'll go research it. CIA document verified that. So they want the planet to evolve, to elevate to that higher level of consciousness. And the reason now you're seeing more of these beings is because now we're entering the age of Aquarius. If you know what the age of Aquarius means, the age of Aquarius basically means age of truth, unveiling. It's going to be like this for the next 2,000 years. So you have picked the right time to be incarnated on this planet. So this is why you're here. You're going to experience all this. And I want you to think about what I just said about these beings. That it's unimaginable for us to imagine this right now. But you can get a glimpse. Imagine a being that has so much highly intelligent. They have good or bad. They're just pure. What would they be to us? God, right? That may be where God came from. The Bible about creation, all this, because of these beings. Because if you think about it, if you have someone or a being that can come into our dimension and interact the way it can pop in and out, to you and I, they would look like a god or gods. You know, in the Bible it says that. It says, right? Let us create man in our image. Our, more than one, beings. And be sure the next reason why this may be put down a lot, because it will destroy the Christian religion. Because if this is the case now, it has to be said that Jesus have to be on all of these parallel worlds and die every single day for your sins. Now that doesn't make sense. So it will dismantle religion, Christian religion that is, to show you that there are other beings out there. So this is one of the reasons this thing has been so put down, but now it's going to come out. And now you're realizing who you are. So the universe exists in a very huge thing. Now here's the next thing about the other extraterrestrial. You, there's another parallel version of you existing right now. Just like me, I'm doing this video, there's another Mark, but doing this video slightly different, and so forth. Quantum physics shows us that. String theory shows us that. The human mind is incapable of understanding this because of our evolutionary path right now. But it's out there. And these are all things for you to know. You know, this may sound mind-boggling or crazy, but it's actually there now. Evidence is showing this. And the thing about the mind is this: it likes to hold on to its old patterns, and when the reality is in front of you, can't ignore it. And these beings are here, and I'm sure many of you guys may have experience with extraterrestrials. You may have seen them, you may be scared to talk about it, but don't worry, it's a part of the plan to enlighten and to bring us into a higher level of conscious awareness. Now, the next thing you want to know is that we, as humans, we're still evolving. We're on our way there. But the main point I want you to get from all of this is, yes, we should be humble to know that we aren't it. And there's higher levels to this. Then the best point for you to know about this, though, is that you have the ability to tap in and communicate with these beings, because we're all connected telepathically. It's called non-linear, non-local traveling. That's how they're able to come in and out of space with this high technology. As I said, they could be hundreds of years, thousands of years, billions of years technology ahead of us. You can't imagine that. They would be a god to you and I. Now, what is all this? How is this going to help my life? Okay, great. So there's extraterrestrials. Okay, I knew this for a long time. But what about me? How is this going to help me? What can I do for this? You know, what's the point of all this? Here's how this is going to help you. This is going to give you an awareness now and a perspective to see the world or the universe in ways you've never seen before. To see that everything is possible. To see that there are other versions out there. To see that you can communicate. To see that the confines that you were taught to were developed to hold you down from your true potential. Religion, Christianity, Christendom, all these things were designed to put you in a lackluster state, for you to be scared, fear. You don't have the power. This now is showing you that you are more than you could ever imagine. If there are other beings out there, there are other civilizations out there, everything is connected. You have power, and our reality is just like an illusion. You're in an illusionary reality, and that gives you the power of infinity, because if they're simultaneous and everything is infinite, you cannot pass away. Your energy will come back. You will always be. That information is very powerful. You have that information, you can change your world. That's why you need to know. All right, guys.